Our current situation is tough. Initiating change in a workplace is a challenging task to do. Unity in a workplace is essential in maintaining effective communications and good relationships in order to create an environment with a culture of safety. As nursing administrator, to address the problem of the high turnover in nurses retention, I suggest the following approaches. First, schedule and hold informal meetings with the current staff to identify the major and minor variables that affecting the morale in the workplace. This way, we could determine and devise the most effective techniques in employee retention and employee engagement that would perfectly fit in our current situation and work climate. Since my strength is leading with harmony, I would stress in the meetings that I am encouraging everyone to be open and courageous and that I am implementing an open door policy so that people could comfortably express and discuss issues and concern on their units or the entire work environment. I will make the decision or discussion open for everyone and makes the team trust the environment which encourages the quiet ones in a group to share their opinions. I will make it clear that everyone's input is important. Through this, the team member will be inspired to voice out their ideas and suggestions for improvements without hesitations. Then, I will lead by example to create a domino effect in my team. I would use the transformational leadership approach in which would causes change in individual by the ability to inspire my employees to change expectation, perceptions, and ability to influence and motivates them by setting a good example and articulates their vision towards our goal. Along with this, in order to attract applicants, I would increase sign-on bonuses and offer other incentives for recruiting new nurses. I would also require newly recruited nurses to sign a minimum of 2 years contract upon hire. The 2 years contract will give the newly recruited enough time to assess if this is a perfect workplace for them. At the same time, it will give us enough time to prove that this is the best place for them. Next, I will set up a culture by doing the following. Number one, schedule and hold activities that will help us determine the staff goals, desires, and strength and help them to create an environment that causes them to feel fulfilled. I will help them to see the meaning and purpose to what they are doing. Listening, awareness, and commitment to the growth are some servant leadership skills. Therefore, I need to know what they need, have a good listening ear, and be aware of their strengths and weaknesses. It is important for me to interact with my staff to encourage and motivate them in order to serve them well. Number two, set clear targets and expectation and measures performance. I will organize annual, quarterly, monthly, and weekly meetings to ensure that we have clear targets and we are one in our objective and our activities are aligned with our goals. Leading in ideation would help my team to trust me in making good decisions or choices. This type of leadership strength can make things simple and show on what my team is aiming for. Number three, aside from being a role model in giving successful feedback, we will organize seminars or trainings to encourage and develop constructive feedback and criticism among ourselves. This is an example of servant leadership who encourages growth and development of his or her followers by holding themselves accountable for their words and actions. Number four, identify people's strengths and assign them where they can perform to their strengths. By doing this, they can be more internally motivated and will be inspired to continue to do more. A servant leader motivates his or her followers to grow and to be more competent with their skills by assisting and supporting them. As a result, quality of care will improve and so as the patient's health outcomes. Number five, I will create a forum where they can provide their input on how work can be performed and improved. as a servant leader, empowering shared governance is another part of caring about others. It is essential to make the staff know that their feedbacks are important to increase participation. I would implement a shared governance model to encourage them to make decisions in policy and procedure which would lead to better job satisfaction and positive patient outcomes. Leadership is not all about controlling or micromanaging the team. Instead, it is all about how one leads and influences the people. Team needs goals to provide them with direction and priorities. Unity in the workplace is essential in maintaining effective communication and good relationship which creates an environment with a culture of safety. Thank you.